Just take the time to take deep breaths in and out. Just familiarizing each other, each other's touch, voices, sound. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Luckily now that we have this thing called the social circle, I'm able to see you again and offer you another massage. So how are you feeling today?
Feeling good. A little bit tired. So I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, I'm so glad. And we are near a busy street. There are cars passing by. Right on cue. But try to allow it to add to the atmosphere instead of taking away from it. So you were saying earlier that you're feeling a lot of neck pain. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And mainly the traps, upper traps?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll definitely work on that. I want to give you a scalp check, scalp massage, neck and shoulder massage, as well as a bit of upper back and pegs. And we'll also do some acupressure points that are directed towards improving pain in the neck and the shoulder, okay?
I love that.
Awesome. So, we're going to start off grounding ourselves with a little bit of Tibetan singing bowl sounds. Just taking it nice and slow, allowing it to dissolve any negative energy, emotions. And allow us to return to our essence. And allow us to connect with our consciousness and each other's consciousnesses, which ultimately are one. Come from this side. Usually I use Palo Santo or sage, but today I thought sound could be another incredible way to disperse negative energy and replace it with some more positive healing intentions here. So I do have an amethyst and some selenite. Well, this is actually yours. The amethyst is for healing and relaxation. which is what we want to do today. We want to relax you as much as possible and also help to heal any of these aches and pains that you're feeling along your traps. Okay? And it heals not just physical pain, but also internal pain coming from emotions, anything psychological. Because oftentimes when we are stressed, we tend to slouch, we tend to tense up and hold a lot of that stress in our traps especially. So it's sort of a twofold healing that we're doing today. The selenite is very cleansing, right? You can tell us more about that actually.
Yeah, it's very cleansing. It's usually used to cleanse other crystals. And the selenite wand is nice for cleansing the aura, cleansing energy surrounding you. And for tapping into the crown chakra.
Perfect. Which is right up here. Okay. It's applying a little bit of traction at the top. And then back down. And then we're going to do a bit of kneading. But before we do that, is it okay if I take off your necklace?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. And I'm going to grab some massage oil. And this is just extra virgin olive oil. But I am going to add a little bit of this Tantra body oil by Saje. And this has a couple of essential oils, orange, lavender. It has vanilla, cinnamon, camphor, sandalwood, ginger, as well as champa. You are the master of Tantra, aren't you?
I wouldn't call myself a master.
But you've been learning a lot about it.
Yeah. It's a very powerful modality for healing, for interconnection.
So here in the West, Tantra is often misinterpreted as something that's very sexual and only sexual, right? And erotic. But you've taught me that there's a lot more to it. Can you talk about that a bit more?
Yeah. Tantra is a very holistic practice. It is spiritual in its essence. And it accepts sex as the foundation of life. It's the reason why we're here.
Right.
It's how life is created. And so it accepts it wholeheartedly, which I think people misinterpret. There are a lot of practices to eradicate shame around our sexuality. Which can be powerful.
Yeah.
Because that's where our creative energy is help raise it and allow it to come into full fruition as creativity or other forms of creativity. And that's really what Tantra's about. It's full acceptance. It's accepting the whole of what we are.
Right.
And embracing non-duality. Yeah, that's my spiel.
Thank you. So I see it as like connection in so many different ways. So what I'm doing with you right now, this massage, is it's sensual, it's intimate, but there's nothing sexual about it, right? And it stimulates your senses. That's why it's so pleasurable. And with Tantra, we talk about like the celebration of senses, and you talked about non-duality, and non-duality can show up in so many ways in our life, right?
Yeah, when we tap into our senses, we allow ourselves to somatically experience life, to be in our bodies and not our minds, because duality lives in the head. It's a concept. To think something is good or to think it's bad, it's just a concept, it's an idea. But when you tap into your senses and you allow your body to experience something in that very moment, there is no concept. It just is. It can't be good, it can't be bad. It just is, and that's where joy, bliss, love is found. All those unconditional emotions.
Right. And that can be hard for the human mind to grasp, so I think maybe it's best for us not to try to wrap our mind around it, but rather just feel this.
Exactly.
Like feel the sensation of my hands moving down either side of your spine right now, and the connection that we are having, whether it's physical or mental or spiritual.
Yeah.
And feeling totally at ease.
Yeah.
Just at ease, because right now there's nothing to worry about at all, is there? All you have to do is feel. And just relax into my touch, allowing me to knead those traps. Just going to start with that bit of massage for now, and I'm going to do a bit of a scalp check because everyone loves that. Okay. So I've never done a scalp check on you before, Ediya, but I hope you enjoy it.
Looking forward to it.
Just clipping the right side of your hair so we can focus on the left side. And I do this every time before I do a scalp massage, so I can look for any signs of abnormalities in your scalp. And it looks like you're taking really good care of your scalp here because I don't see any irritation or redness. And just working section by section. Just smoothing over the hair a little bit so that I can look more closely. Do you have any itchiness in your scalp right now?
No.
That's good. Any concerns at all?
No.
Okay. So this is just going to be a relaxing portion. But I want to make sure I'm doing a good job. Okay. Grab another clip here. There we go. It's almost like a lice check. Like nits and lice and whatnot. There's a little bit of redness right here, but that looks pretty normal. It just looks like a little cherry angioma. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. Just clip that away too. There we go. My hair is very, very healthy. Okay. And I like to really take my time so I don't miss any areas.
It's very relaxing.
So you're not complaining. Just gonna brush your hair over to the side a little bit. Oops. Clip that. Just checking the area of the external occipital protuberance. Finding a few pieces of dandruff here and there, but not much.
Now that I think of it, sometimes I get a bit of itchiness at the bottom of my scalp.
Back here?
Yeah.
Okay, let me take a closer look. Yep, there's a... Oh no, it's just another little cherry angioma or some sort of little red spot. Just completely benign. Clip some more hair over. Sorry. Just take this section and clip it this way. Actually, Is there a little scar here or some scar tissue?
Do you have any naturopathic advice for maintaining a healthy hair and scalp?
Well, I would definitely say I think you're doing a really great job, but we definitely recommend, I mean, I can't speak for all, and I'm only a student as well, but I think making sure that you use clean products, nothing that has sulfates, which can be really irritating and act as almost a detergent. Well, it is a detergent. And you want to make sure that you're allowing your scalp to produce its natural sebum to protect it. So I wouldn't wash too often. And try to use more natural shampoos and conditioners. And of course, you can also do hair masks, like with avocado, olive oil. Omega-3 fatty acids can be really nourishing. Even like banana masks. I did a yogurt and honey mask on my sister, which really helped her.
Banana mask as well? So you mash up the banana?
Yeah, you can mash it up with an avocado. And also protecting your hair from UVA and UVB rays, because that can damage it as well.
I don't like wearing hats.
Yeah. Just be mindful of, being in the shade and all of that. It's good to get sunlight for sure, but just being mindful of your exposure, especially if you have pale skin. Sometimes you forget that our scalp is also covered with skin, and just because it's covered with hair doesn't mean that it shouldn't be protected too. Sometimes, not to scare you or anything, but sometimes you discover melanomas in the scalp and people don't realize because it's not a part of their body that they regularly inspect. That's something else I look for too in the scalp check. Just clip back some more hair. I think this should be fine. But I think you're doing a really great job with your hair and your scalp. And I really like the color of your hair as well. It's like a nice chestnut brown with some red highlights in it.
Thanks.
It's really pretty. Just checking the front area. Okay. Looks very healthy. Ediya, it's a good job. So now we're just going to do a simple scalp massage. Just offering a little bit of traction and working backwards. And then just a shampooing motion and a little bit of scratching too. Do you have a lot of hair? So I'm gonna try to see if this will work. If not, we might have to get a hair tie. Yeah, I think I need to get a hair tie. Be right back. Alright. So I had no luck finding a hair tie, but I found this headband. Let's just get all this hair out of the way. It's beautiful hair. I think it's important that, no matter how much hair you have, we show it some love. I've been doing that much more often now. Starting every morning, thanking my body and thanking the areas that I may be insecure with, which for the longest time it was my hair. Because with PCOS, you often experience hair loss. And it's something that I'm slowly recovering from. Is that okay? Is it too tense or?
No, it's perfect.
Okay. So I try to offer my hair lots of love.
I think your hair is beautiful.
Thank you. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and do this neck massage, and I'm going to use some Peppermint Halo, okay? Or would you prefer Peppermint Halo or Pain Release?
I like peppermint.
Okay. Just gonna use some of this. And just tilt your head like that. Perfect. Good. You know it. So, you're going to feel a really nice, cool, tingling sensation. Perfect in the heat of the summer. going to use that as sort of the oil that we're using for the rest of the massage. I'm just going to hold on to your forehead right here and working my hands into the upper traps. Just kneading it. You can lean right into my hand if you want. There you go. Good. And the smell of the peppermint, it's getting into my eyes, getting into my nose and my mouth. You can just taste it in the air. I love it. I'm just going to work up the spine from the lower thorax up to the upper thorax and then to the cervical.
I really like that.
Good. And the trapezius muscle is a huge muscle. It's basically the trapezius. So it starts here. Like it connects to your occipital ridge and your this is, I think it's called the nuchal. I forget what it's called, but there's a nuchal thing here, and so it connects to all of that as well as the vertebrae, and then it works down this way.
Right. So the traps are the
and then
trapezius.
Yeah, trapezius, exactly, and then all the way down here as well. And it goes down fairly low. I think the lower thoracic vertebrae. But I'd have to check my anatomy notes. Okay, I'm actually going to work on the lower traps a little bit. So you can just try to support you as best as I can. Just using my fingers and kneading into the muscle.
Starting to feel the peppermint on my forehead.
Oh, you feel it on the forehead?
Yeah.
Is it going into your eyes at all? Or no?
Nope.
Okay, very good.
Feels like I took a nice cold shower.
It's wonderful. I actually realized that I like working on the ground. Yeah, I usually work on a chair when it comes to massages or a massage table, but I found that working on the floor and kneeling in this way, it really feels more grounding.
Yeah.
Like having so many contact points with the ground.
Yeah, for sure. It's very meditative.
And just going back to kneading the upper traps again. And also work into the pecs a little bit.
Oh, that's nice.
Because I know you've probably been doing push-ups. Yeah. Good.
I've been working on them.
Okay. And I'm just gonna have you lean into my hand like this. Very good. I'm just gonna knead up And this is, we're kind of working into the sternocleidomastoid now. Very good. Okay, so now we can start working into the acupressure points. And the first point I want to do, it's gallbladder 20, and it's known as feng shi. This point you can find between the upper trapezius and the sternocleidomastoid. So right over here, this nice depression. So I'll find both of them and just massage them both at the same time like this. You can just lean back, yeah, like that. And feng shi. Actually, can you tell me what feng shi means?
I don't know what it means.
So feng is wind, shi is pool. So, so here's where pools of wind end up getting stuck, right? So in traditional Chinese medicine, there are different pathogens, external pathogens that can enter the body, and one of them is wind. And we have a wind gate which spans from the external occipital protuberance down to about the second thoracic vertebrae. And in this area, it's most susceptible for wind to go in. And so with acupuncture and acupressure, we usually target this area to expel wind. And so this point, the feng shi, the pool of wind, is one way we can expel wind.
Interesting.
Yeah.
My mom talks a lot about wind, but never really understood it.
Oftentimes in the winter and transitional seasons, that's when we're most susceptible to wind entering our bodies. And it can show up as wind cold or wind heat. And they're essentially the common cold, but there's two presentations. One is more signs of heat, and one is more signs of cold. So it's really beneficial to target this area, but it's also really good for relieving pain, neck pain, and stiffness. Okay. The next point is gallbladder 21, which I've done this before. You simply work up this trapezius muscle and find the peak. So right here. And just press into it. Yeah. This one is called jianjing. It means the well of the shoulder. Which makes sense. This is where we find that depression. This one's used a lot for any type of shoulder pain, any stiffness of the neck. And when you have difficulty turning the neck, for example, you can apply pressure to this point or perform acupuncture right here. It clears and opens up the channel, the gallbladder channel. So just applying pressure here.
I should do this more often.
Just gonna stand up a little bit. Just a little longer, okay? Go in the other direction. Okay, very good. Yeah, breathe it out. Let it all flow out. So the next point is small intestine 14. And for this point, I'm going to actually have you, so I'm finding the two prominent spinous processes, and I want you to just flex your neck forward for me. Good, and back. Very good, thank you. So this is the way that we've been taught at school to figure out which one's C7 and which one's T1. So T1 is the one that stays put. C7 will move with your neck. So this is T1, and we're going to go 3 twin lateral, which is in line with the medial border of your scapula. So right here. Press down into that as well. Again, just adding some more weight into that. All good. So the next point is small intestine 15, which we'll find when I find your laryngeal prominence, which is right here. We move back, and then we're going to find the posterior border of the SCM, which is right there. So get on this side, and we're going to follow the lines of your neck, just like that, and not putting too much pressure here, but you can see there's a knot right there. Just help release it. This point benefits the sinews, relieves pain. This point benefits the voice and the throat. So really good for ASMR artists. And just going to end off this massage with a little back tracing game. Would you like that? Okay. So I'm going to trace something on your back, okay? And you're gonna let me know what it is. Okay. So I'll start off with something simple.
That's a star.
Yeah, because you're a star. Next, I'm going to trace something else. This is more difficult.
But it's a lot more difficult. The chicken nugget.
A chicken nugget. Okay, let's try again. Maybe I'll do it with one of the knitting needles. As if I'm drawing on your back.
A butterfly.
No. There you go.
A flower.
No. Let me make it simpler. How do I make it simpler? Okay, so it's an animal. A little hint. Little inspiration from someone downstairs.
Oh, a dog.
It's a dog. Okay, one more. You ready for one more?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do. Let me think about this one. Oh, okay. This is a fruit, okay?
Oh.
Awesome job. Okay, that's the end of your massage. How are you feeling?
Good. I feel really good.
So glad. Yeah. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Have a great rest of the day.